What's up, buddies? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever time you're watching this, and welcome back to the JJ. So, guys, today I come bearing some news. I come bearing some things that I've been hearing. Like somebody have been saying I'm not feeling confident. Like I don't know who I am. Who tell you that? Like some people I hear that you're like going around saying, oh, I'm not beautiful enough. Oh, shut it. Like shut it right now. Because I don't wanna hear that when I am here for you. So guys, today's topic we're going to be discussing things like who am I. We're going to be discussing things like how to level up your confidence, all those things, how to be bold. Like all those things are the ones that we're going to be talking about today in this video. Stay tuned to the end because girl, I come bearing gifts. Not just gifts, but something that you've been looking for. So don't even try to go away because girl, I'm looking. So as my beautiful lady that you are, and like yeah guys, I haven't like gotten like a new mic yet, but I'm going to get it yet because I've been busy like with exams and all that, so I ended up like not being like so conscious about that. But I'm going to get a new mic and I can stop using my phone like this, another phone like this. So guys, let's go. So today, first of all, in our episode of how can I be confident, I feel like you can never be confident enough when you don't know who you are, where you came from. Like, okay, let me give an example. When you know that your dad is like Dangote, or when your dad is like Elon Musk, you know, those big names, when you walk in a place, you walk like hey, you're like, I am that shit. Like everybody turns their head to look at me. That's the energy you enter in a place with. That's the energy you carry everywhere because you know you're confident enough. Because you know there's something behind you pushing you, telling you, oh, you gotta be confident because you got it, girl. So today, why are you not confident when you know that you got somebody even who is greater than all those, who is greater than Elon Musk, who is greater than Dangote, do you know who that is? And that is God. Like you have got that kind of person in your life, that kind of higher power in your life, and you're still walking around like I'm not confident now. Somebody said I'm ugly. Who? Oh God! So some time back ago, I was looking myself in the mirror, and I was like, who am I? And like I was asking myself like, who am I? And like what came to my mind wasn't even just like what my parents' name is. What came to my mind wasn't just like, oh, who am I, like what people think of me. No, but what came to my mind was I am forgiven. Because it doesn't matter how many mistakes I've made in the past. It doesn't matter how many mistakes I'm yet to do. It doesn't matter how many things that I have done that are wrong. It doesn't matter how much I sin. God calls me forgiven. And God says, do not, like I feel like some of us, we are being defined by the mistakes we have made in the past because we have done this, because this addiction, we can't break it. We have laid everything in us and we cannot pass this addiction. We cannot let go of this addiction. You're like, okay, this addiction, I'm done with it. First month, second month, third month, you're back to it and you're feeling ashamed to come in the presence of God and say, God, I'm sorry. You know why? Because we have not realized the fact that we are forgiven. God says it in Romans 5:1 that you are forgiven. He goes ahead also to say it in Ephesians 1:7, you are forgiven. So this is one thing that came to my mind. It was like, it doesn't matter what I've done. It doesn't matter. As long as I come in front of God with a convicted heart and be like, oh God, this is me. Like you know me beyond each and everything. You know me beyond the makeup I put on. You know me beyond the faking that I do. You know my heart and my soul. So I lay it on the table. God, forgive me. Forgive me, Lord. Because God said already, you are forgiven. And God didn't just say that. You are redeemed. And also in the Bible, God in Corinthians, he goes again and he say, behold, for the old is past, the new has come. Like, you are no longer being defined by what you have done in your past. Some of us, our confidence is being hindered by the fact that we have done some things that we are really ashamed of in the past. But God is saying, you are a new creature in Christ. And like, when I thought about all that, I was like, I am redeemed. I am forgiven. My mistakes don't define who I got to be. Like, I have greatness. And you know what else came to my mind? I was like, who am I? Who am I is beautiful. Because it doesn't matter how much weight I want to lose. It doesn't matter how much acne is on my face that I want to get rid of. It doesn't matter how much I weigh. I am not feeling confident today. But God says, beyond even being beautiful, you are a masterpiece. Oh, don't get me wrong. You guys, go lose that weight. Go lose that weight and be healthy. But still, don't let people put you down. Because, for example, I want to give myself an example. There is like this kind of body. Like when I was a kid, I would be like, oh, I want to look like this. Because when you're a kid, you're like, you can be anything. When I don't know, I love the innocence of kids. I love like the innocence we have when we are kids. We are like, we can be anything. When you're a kid, you're like, when I grow up, I want to have like a small stomach, small arms, and then I can have a big butt and all that. But then, because of the innocence, we don't know like what's going to happen. So sometimes I go on social media, I'm on Instagram scrolling, and then I see this girl. She has like the dream body like I had ever since I was a kid. And I'm like, God, like, what is happening? But today I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, we feel like that sometimes. We feel like God created them on a Sunday and us on a Monday. We feel like it doesn't match up. But one thing I'm going to tell you today is that God calls you a masterpiece. It doesn't matter that you were born without an arm. So what? When God was putting any other body part with you of yours, God was saying, oh, I am making something. You know what God also says? He goes beyond and he says he didn't just call you a masterpiece, but he created you in his own likeness. Like, come on, like I don't know. When God is already saying to me that I'm a masterpiece, I don't know who's going to come and tell me, oh, you're ugly. What did you say? Like I crazy. Like, is your head something? Like me, like, let me tell you something. There was a time when I was like in a dark place where, you know, depression and all that. Maybe that's like a topic for another time. But like that time I wasn't feeling confident enough. If somebody came and told me you're ugly, I'll be like, yeah, it's true. Like, it's true. Like, but there was a time I stood up. I was like, God doesn't say all these things that are in my life right now to be in my life. No, there's something that God has said onto my life. No. That's when I stood up and wrote all that God said in my life. I was like, God calls me a masterpiece. I'm not about to see somebody come and be, you're ugly, and I'm crying. Hell no. So God, shut it. God has already called you a masterpiece. God has already called you. He created you in his like. Do you know how much love? You know, like an artist. Now let's take like an artist. When an artist is painting or doing like sculpturing like something, they like take their time. They invest their time. They invest love in it. They invest creativity in it. They invest everything. And however it comes out, they call it a masterpiece. Imagine if a human being can do that. An artist like a human. Imagine now what God is doing. God is like that. Y'all don't get me like, oh, start to say, like, God has called you a masterpiece. He has called you beautiful. He has called you his own. He has made in his own likeness. And you're there feeling sad because somebody called you ugly. When someone now calls me ugly, I'm like, I turn my hair and I'm like, what? Like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Come on. Another thing that God says onto our lives. God has just, I was like, okay, God, then I was like, I was like, I am loved. Like, that's me. who I am, you still want to know. I was like, I am loved. It doesn't matter how many people have walked away in my life. It doesn't matter how many family members have chosen to abandon me when the most people that I needed in my life. But one thing I know is that I am loved. There are people who have walked away in our lives and we feel like we're abandoned, like they abandoned us, like we are like some family members have walked away, or even your own parents, and you're like come on, like they should have chosen me, they should have loved me. Because somehow it has happened to me, and I can relate all this because like some family members chose not to be in my life, and like for a long time I'll be like, why did they not choose me? Why did they choose others? Why didn't they love me like they loved others? But one thing I was like, no. One day, as I was talking to myself, saying, who am I? I am loved. I am chosen. Before God even created me, God said in His word that I have chosen you. I knew you before you were even born, and I called you by your name. Tell me, if God has chosen me, then why would I be running after a human being? Like, oh, they left me, they didn't choose me. Oh, praise God. You were chosen even before you were born. Those people, even you knew that they would come into your life. Somebody chose you, and somebody chose to call you by your name, and somebody chose to say, oh, Anna, you are mine. I've chosen you. Like, I'm not going anywhere. So another thing that I learned when I was looking myself in the mirror, I was like, I am valuable. Because in Job 33:4, God says it to me that you are valuable. Like, I was like, sometimes our family members, or like people we have known from when we're kids, they in the village, they're like, you're stupid, you never amount to anything, you're not of value, nobody, like, or like when friends walk away. This also happened to me when I was starting university. Like, some people, like, you in university, they always say that nobody's themselves in the first week. So I would meet like some people in the first week, would vibe. I'll be like, damn, I found my group of friends. But the next week, they don't know you. And sometimes I'll be like, am I not that important? Like, why did they choose to walk away? Like, am I like, did I do something? But God says in 1 Peter 2:9, oh, you are important. I was looking at all this. I'm like, who am I? I am important. I am valuable. I am chosen. I am loved. I am forgiven. I am a masterpiece. I am redeemed. I am made in God's likeness. Like, don't get me started more. And then something also came to my mind. I was like, I am prosperous. It doesn't matter how many businesses I've tried and I've failed. It doesn't matter how many ideas that I had in my mind that I didn't put to work. It doesn't matter how many failures I've faced along the way. Sometimes when we face failures in life, our confidence shrinks. Like, our confidence shrinks to the point like we can't recognize. We're like, when you set a business, you have this power, my business and all that. But when it fails, you're like, what's going on? You try something else, fair. You're like, am I meant for this? You start questioning yourself. And in that process, your confidence goes down. But God says, hold it. You are prosperous. He goes beyond that and He says, you are an heir. Now, think about it in this way. Your father in the village has like 3 cars, maybe some lands and some houses. And even if your finances are rented okay today, even if you don't have many things today, but you know that you are an heir to somebody. Like, somebody's going to leave those houses into your name. Somebody's going to leave those cars in your name. Somebody's going to leave all their money in the account in your name. So now imagine God calling you an heir. God had all this earth belongs to Him. God, everything that is on the land belongs to Him. He got wisdom beyond even position, like physical position. He got wisdom. He got knowledge. He got imagine somebody calling you an heir. Somebody who has got it all, calling you an heir and say, Anna, you're an heir. Like, I have something for you. I was like, damn God, like, I'm like, how how am I not gonna walk in confidence when I know who I am? Like when I know God says all these things onto my life. And God didn't just say that. He went beyond to say, oh, Anna, you're strong. Oh, I was like, it doesn't matter how many tears are shed in the night when I'm low. It doesn't matter how many depressions I've had to go through. But God says you are strong. You will feel down today. You'll feel shrinked. You'll feel so bad today. But I'm going to tell you tomorrow you're going to wake up. You're going to be stronger. Oh, I was like, with knowing this, and then I still like don't walk in me with confidence, hurting my high. I was like, girl, please, no, it ain't gonna happen. Like it's not gonna happen for me, because I know there are times where I hit bottom low because I didn't know what God was saying in my life. I hit bottom. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have gone through so much shit. No, I'm not gonna lie to you, but when you are a young person, there are many things that hurt your feelings. There are many things that hit you to a point where you lose yourself. Friends walking away, relationships breaking, families expecting too much from you. All that can be so much pressure on a young person who's also trying to figure out who they are, who's also trying to figure out what they ought to do, all those things. Like it can be too much to a point like you fall into depression. School, your family has pressure on you. School, relationships, friendships, like everything's falling apart. Depression hits. You lose your confidence. But God is saying, you are strong. You who is watching now, I'm looking at you. You better start walking in what God says. Because I don't want to hear somebody say, oh, I don't have confidence. I don't want to hear somebody say again that somebody called me again and I'm crying. I don't want to hear somebody say. Let me tell you, one thing I did in order for me to start walking in all those things, one thing I did, I wrote down those things that God says about me. You are loved. You are a masterpiece. You are strong. You're prosperous. You're favored. I wrote everything down. I put it somewhere where I always see myself. I always see it. Because I know every day I go in my mirror. Even when I'm from the washroom, like peeing, I will go to my mirror. Then I'll start telling myself how beautiful I am. So I knew that if I put it on my mirror, every day I'm gonna look at it. Even I know there are times like life is tempting. This life is enjoyable but also tempting. Yeah, there are times you wake up, you'll be like, I am strong, but you don't feel strong, and you're like, what am I saying? You're like, I am beautiful, but your heart is like, I. And then you're like, I am confident, and your guardian angel is like, Aisha. So, and I was like, there are times you're gonna wake up, you feel like that. Even when you write those things down and put it on your wall, put it somewhere you always see, you're gonna say the first time it's not gonna feel it. The second time it's not gonna feel it. The third time is not gonna. But by the time you get to the fourth, God says beyond even creating us, our tongues have the power to create our own realities. Oh, God says, since your tongue have the power to create your own reality, the more it said the first time, it won't feel like. Second time, no. Third time, but by the time you recite those words fourth time, let me be your witness today. You're gonna start moving like them, because I'm a living testimony of that. The more I recited who I was, I'm going to give you an example of this thing. Yeah. So I felt like people were walking away from my life. People were going and it hit me so hard. It hit me to the point where I was like, what am I doing wrong? What did I do? Am I not deserving enough? But then there is this thing I remember that I saw from one of my favorite YouTubers. By the way, shout out to Teresa Jane, because I love her videos. Actually, I sometimes she's talking about goal, all that also, and I love some wisdom she provides. I was like, I don't chase, I attract. What is meant for me will always be mine, and I attract what I say to my life. So I put in the on my wall again, I wrote that I don't chase, I attract What is meant for me will always be me. Mine. People who are meant to be in my life will always be there. Like those who choose to walk away, they're not meant actually to be in your life. Sometimes we cry over people walking away, but we forget the fact that those were not true people, true friends. Don't walk away. True friends don't abandon you. True friends stick around for better or worse. It's like partners. It's like a marriage. We're doing or we're not doing. That is it. So I was sad. It was getting to me. But the more I kept saying those words to myself every morning, what is meant for me will always be mine. Like, continuously. And the more I said it, the more I learned to be like people who are meant to be in my life will always be there. There are people I have lost. Like, in this courage journey, you're all... that will be a video for another time. I'm going to tell you everything. So I was like, it's okay. Like, those who have chosen to walk away, it's okay. Because now some people walk away from my life and I don't feel sad. I don't feel offended because I know that time is done in my life. That chapter, what they were doing in my life, it's done. That chapter is closed. Like, it's closed. So what I'm trying to say here is like, it's okay not to feel like it the first time you say it, but I'm telling you one thing. The more you say it, the more you're creating your reality. The more you are giving room for your reality to come true. So now let's talk about something else. How to level up our confidence. That was part 1, knowing who you are. Because when you know who you are, you walk like who you are. When you know that you are a child of a rich person, you walk like a child of a rich person. And we're children of somebody greater than even rich people. Somebody called God. Like, we're children of God. So we gotta walk like God has said unto our lives. We gotta walk like it. The second thing to being confident: dress like you want to be addressed, baby girl. Like, dress like you want to be addressed. Don't be dressing like, okay, you're like, okay, I'm a woman, I'm in a business. You're going to a business meeting, you're dressed like somebody going to a beach. You're like, madam, how do you want us to address you? How? Dress like you want to be addressed, and anything you wear it with confidence. Look, me, I'm this kind of person. I wear my trousers. When I wear my trousers, I walk with the confidence. When I wear my long things and my dress is up to my feet, I walk with the confidence of it, because I know that, okay, me, something I'm gonna tell you. When somebody but I've seen it now, because like everything I wear, like I look good. I feel like I look good because, you know what? Because I've learned to live in my confidence. I've learned to live that truth. I'm like, anything I'm gonna wear, when I walk out, everything but who is going to see is like, damn, you look good. And I'm like, damn, thank you. Next. Anyways, don't mind me. But that's the thing. Dress like you want to be addressed. If you want to be dressed like mom, like with respect, dress respectfully. If you want to be called something else, dress like something else. Know my words. So this is the thing though, like, dress like you want to be addressed. Coming to a serious note, there are clothes that really degrade you. There are clothes you wear, and when a person sees you, they will automatically call you a prostitute, or automatically call you a street person, yet you're not. But just because you dress like the way you dressed. So what I'm trying to say is that in your wardrobe choices, choose what you wear. Choose what you wear and what not to wear. Because, and also, dress for the occasion. That's the thing. Don't be going to church and you dress like you're going to where? What can I say? Don't be going to church and you dress like you're going to the mall. Don't go to the beach, to the pool or to the beach and you dress like you're going to church. Come on, like, it doesn't work like that, baby. It doesn't work like that. Dress for the occasion. Am I going for a business party? Okay, when I put together this outfit, does it give business vibes but also party vibes? Done. Bam, 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 together. Am I going to the pool, to the beach? How am I dressed? What I'm dressed, is it what people are wearing to the beach? Okay, people dress different ways going to the beach or to the swimming pool, but mind the way where you're going. Dress for the occasion. Dress for the occasion. Don't be dressing like you're going to church when you're going to a party. Don't dress like you're going when you're going to church. Don't dress like you're going to a party, please. Like, learn the occasions. If you don't have like inspirations, go to Pinterest. Be like church outfits, they will show you plenty. Party outfits, they will show you plenty. Go to Pinterest if you don't know what to do, but dress as you want to be addressed. Don't, when you dress somehow people will address you somehow. When you dress somewhat, people will address you like that. So don't be coming for people when they address you like you are dressed, because they don't know who you are. When you meet people for the first time, they will figure you out according to what you're dressed. Like, okay, she's dressed like this, then I will address her like this. This is what I think. Some people will be like, what do you think of me like that? Don't judge a book by its cover. But the cover is what we see the first time, baby girl, baby boy. The cover is what we are seeing. Like, what you're dressed somehow, and you're somewhere that it doesn't match. Like, come on now. Don't be offended when people dress you like you're dressed. Like, so learn to dress like when you're dressed well. When you dress your dress and you're not pulling it every time where you're going, you're pulling. Don't mind me. I wear some dresses that I pull, but the grace of God. But like when you're going like somewhere, let's say church, and you're dressed well, when you enter in the place, your head is held high. I sometimes see these guys who come to church wearing like suits, like the men wearing the suits. I see the confidence those people have. I'm like, damn, I'm grabbing, because those guys walk with confidence that I've never seen. Now look at a woman who enters in the house wearing high heels, wearing like a good dress, a good length dress. Like, it's not like, there are clothes that we wear, they don't expose our body, but just like they don't expose our skin, but the way they look on us, you're like, hallelujah, you're like, damn. And when you're dressed well, let me tell you, this is one thing people you forget. When you're dressed well, there's this confidence that comes with it. You walk in a place, you're like, don't get me started. Me, when I'm dressed well, I walk in a place and my head is like, I'm like a peacock. A peacock, because it knows that it's beautiful. It enters a place and it's like, don't talk to me. But that's not the energy I'm giving off. I'm giving off like boss lady, respected lady of the society, a godly woman, but who is here to show off. Period. Anyways, dress like you want to be addressed. The third point that I'm gonna say today is, don't care about what people say. Don't mind. Okay, there are people who come and they want to give you like advice, take it in, but people who are trying to tear you down, shut it. Tell them, shut it. Don't say it, by the way, that's being rude. Just be like, okay, so this is how you know a person who is trying like to advise you, somebody who has your best interest at heart. If you're wearing like a dress and like the length is a little questionable and like it's showing so much, and it's like you're wearing it in an up the place where you're wearing it, it's not appropriate, it'll come to, oh Anna, you look so good in that dress, you look so beautiful, but don't you think like it would look better if you were going to a party? If somebody approached me like that, I'll be like, really? You think so? Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, like, at church you could like try another thing, but you look great in that dress. Like, when I meet you at the party and you're dressed like that, I want to take a picture with you because you are the celebrity there. They first give you a compliment. People who have the best interest at your heart, they're like, oh, you're going to a business meeting and maybe you're dressed like wearing like a skirt and maybe it doesn't look that good, like it doesn't fit the occasion. Somebody if comes and say, oh my God, you look so good in that outfit, but maybe you should have done for something else. That's when you're like, okay, this person has complimented me, this person thinks I look good in this outfit, but it's not fit for the occasion, and it's okay. You see, that's it. Like, people have good intentions, people who have the best interests at your heart. That's what they say. Okay, now don't mind what people say. It's like your dress may be something, not everybody will like you, even when you're dressed well and you walk with your head held high. Some people are gonna be like, she's trying to show off. Look at her. Do you think she's even beautiful? She's that. Look at them and be like, girl, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. So, like, don't mind them. Like, don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. Like, people who don't have the best interest at heart, like your best interest at heart, don't even care what they think. Don't. That's me. That's my opinion. That's like, these are the things that made me level up my confidence. When I wear something and I walk in a mirror and it's like looking damn good and it's matching the occasion where I'm going. When you come and say, you don't look good, I'm like, God praise, boy praise, boy bye, girl bye. Like, don't talk to me. Like, if you don't like it, don't look at me. If you don't like me, close your eyes when I pass. But I know you ain't gonna close your eyes, because just me passing, it's like a celebrity pass. Anyways, yeah, don't mind what people are saying, because people are gonna tear you down. That's the job of people in this world. They're gonna tear you down to a point where you don't realize yourself, especially social media. Hey, TikTok, Instagram, they'll tear you down to a point where you're like, praise for, like, what did I do wrong? Did I wrong you? I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, me, when I say a bad comment on my video, I'm like, okay, I don't even reply, and it doesn't hurt me. I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. Your opinion doesn't matter. You're not my mom, you're not God, so your opinion, garbage, shut it. So, anyways. And me, I think, like, if you can apply all those things in your life, I feel like that's enough to be confident. Hey guys, so pause. Like, I forgot to mention a very important thing in this video. I don't know how I forgot, how my mind got around the praise and I forgot, but like, this is a very important factor. Don't compare yourself. First off, don't compare yourself to other people. That's also one of the things that will help you to gain your confidence. Once you start realizing that what you have is what you have, and you gotta be contented, and you gotta be appreciative, grateful for what you have, it's when you start building up your confidence. But the moment you keep comparing yourself, let me tell you, comparison is a killer of joy. The moment you start comparing yourself to others, what others have that you want, like, it's not bad to want what others have. It's not bad to want to be rich because other people are rich. No, but once you start like, oh, she's got this, I gotta have it too, that's when you start killing your confidence. You feel like because you don't have what Anna has, so you can't be confident, you can't be contented. You're all stop comparing yourselves. The only person you should be comparing with yourself with, the only person you should be competing with, don't compare, don't compete. Competing also, it's a very big factor. If you start competing with somebody, you feel like you're not confident enough until you have what they have. And that's a very, very, very bad thing. Like, you can build your confidence if you're comparing yourselves to others, if you're competing with others. Because until you can compare, you have what they have, you can't feel contented. And if you're not contented, then how is that confidence going to build up, baby girl? Like, how? Like, tell me how. There's no way your confidence is getting up when you yourself, you are always constantly looking. Who has this? What am I supposed to have? Why is she walking like that? I gotta walk like. The only person you should be comparing yourself to, the only person you should be competing with, it's yourself. It's yourself. Like, compare yourself to the person you were in 2022 and be like, okay, this person I was in 2022 ain't good. She wasn't okay, so I gotta be better than that person that I was in 2022. Should be competing with the person you were in 2025. 2015, I'm sorry, in 2015, 2016. That's the only person yourself. Compare yourself to yourself, compete yourself with yourself. I'm sorry if I said that thing in a crazy way, but yeah, guys, stop comparing yourself to others. Everybody has a different journey in this life. If I choose to do what I do today, doesn't mean you should do the same, because we are all in this life for different purposes, for different callings, for different things. God has created us with what is ours. Just always believe that what is yours will always be yours. If you get to work hard for it, what is yours will always find you and always be yours. Like, stop comparing yourself. Like, stop it. Like, and just know it's like our fingers aren't the same. As your fingers aren't the same, also people, we are not the same. All never gonna be on the same level. We'll always be on different levels because we are all different people. So you're all just stop. Okay, you don't like something about yourself, go get it fixed. These days, like, you can fix anything. If you're insecure about your weight, go hit the gym. But also one thing for confidence also, if you have something on you and like there's no way you can fix it, you don't have the capability to fix it now, God and bless it. Me, I have hip dips, my hip dips. Sometimes when I'm looking at myself, I'm like wearing, like, I want to wear like some, like a bodycon dress that is really tight on my body. Sometimes when I look at my mirror, I'm like, these hip dips, they're like not giving. But then I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have money to go for surgery. I don't have anything that I can do about it. That's how my bone structure is. So what am I going to do? I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to walk in it. If you know something, like if you know that you don't have the capability to go and fix something on you, that maybe you want to lose weight, but you have not got time for it. Or maybe you want to, your boobs are like so small, but you want them increased. Because I'm not against people who try to look good. If you feel like something is the one that is gonna make you confident enough and feel worthy of living, girl, go get it done. Boy, go get it done. I'm sorry, some people will be like, no, like, but me, if I had the capability and I want it, because me, I want a fat stomach, that's not gonna lie. But since I hit the gym and like the gym hasn't been doing it, if I had the money to fix it, I'll go get it fixed. But for now, I embrace it. I embrace what I have. So embrace what you have. If you know you are not able to fix it, embrace it. But you all go lose weight, go hit the gym, be healthy. But also, if you know that you can change something about you, embrace it and walk with confidence with it. If my teeth are crooked and I know I can't afford braces right now, I'm gonna smile with all my teeth out until I feel like I'm confident enough for them. There's this one thing also called fake it until you make it. Girl, what are you waiting for? Walk in your confidence. If the confidence is not there, keep claiming it, keep walking in it, keep claiming it until you can be able to walk in it. So with all that, that's what I think, that those are the things that you need to know in order to revel. With all that, I hope you like this session of Tea Talk. I hope you loved it. I hope you subscribe, like, share, and comment. Share to everybody. Like, I hope you all see like the effort I'm putting in. So share to your friends, share to your grandmas, share to your dads, share to your brothers, because they will like my pretty face if they kind of like what I'm saying. So anyways, share to everybody though. Like, let them subscribe, let them know about this, because your girl is trying to give you all the teas, the content. So yeah, about all those steps I've told you, that's what I use in order for me to feel confident again in my own skin, who I am. I used all those steps. I discovered who I was, what God was saying onto my life, not what people say in my life. No, I am not defined by my past. I'm not defined by the mistakes I'm yet to do. I'm not defined by what people say on my life. As long as God says, for behold, the past is gone and you are a new creature in Christ, I'm like, that is it. God says you're loved. I don't care. Walk away. Go away. I have somebody who gave up their own son so that I could come back in their good terms. You know, as long as God says something on my life, if a human being comes and tries to contradict it, I'm like, shut it, bye boy, bye girl. You tell me that I'm not that important? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you saying? Hell no. Nobody's dimming my light. Well, like, I want you to walk with this confidence. Like, nobody is dimming your light. Like, you're gonna shine. Like, I want you to walk with that. Oh my God. Like, the confidence I have in me. I wish I can just remove it and share it with you. But I'm sharing it to you through my words. And my words are, discover who you are. Dress like you want to be addressed. Don't mind what people say about your life. If you can fix something about yourself, embrace it. With all that, I hope you love this episode, and I hope you keep coming to see many more from me. Love you all. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm looking at you. I'm coming for you. You are watching and not subscribing. I'm coming for you. But I love you all. See you. Bye-bye.